Hello and welcome to part 2 of Brückner Sustainability TV. Circular economy, monomaterial and, of course, sustainability are on everyone's lips. What can solutions of the future look like? We want to provide answers and food for thought, and that's why we launched this series, Sustainability TV. In this format, we will be broadcasting interesting topics from the areas of sustainability, of course, circular economy, future films and packaging solutions, and cooperations along the value chain. And for this purpose, we regularly welcome industry experts here in our Brückner TV studio. Today, let me welcome Michael Baumeister, Managing Director CTO at Brückner Maschinenbau. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Peter.
Michael, let us review the K, of which you were host. And as far as I know, it went quite well, didn't it?
That's right. Yes, it went quite well. That's right. We all had our headaches in front of the K show in regard of possible travel restrictions due to Corona and the overall situation from politics and economy. But at the end, it was really a success. Everyone was in a very good mood. It started from the beginning with a very good mood and ended up with a very good mood. More than 3,000 exhibitors and 175,000 visitors joined the K show. And the hot topics were circular economy, digitalization, and environmental protection. And all of these statements fits exactly to our vision of the future and our slogan, high-end film for a better world.
Exactly.
And in this regard, now I like to hand over to Helmut Huber and Kurt Zimmermann, who will give us an overview on the solutions we showed for packaging and specialty film.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. I want to introduce you a little bit now the film types which we developed in regard of circular economy. If you see here, they are mainly the targets for us are have a higher content of recycling material in our films. There you see some examples here, and we have a lot of other, I would say, trials done and lines in the field already for the BOPE product, which is a product where we have really the possibility to have a stiff base film combined with a good outside layer, sealing layer, and a final layer of blown film to get one product in total out of the BOPE. So there we are able to create films for a better future like it is in our vision. Thank you very much.
Yes, Michael, thank you very much for your kind introduction. Yes, as you have already learned, sustainability is one of the main topics. But beside packaging, of course, we have also a quite new business segment, Films for Better World, also in the technical applications. And technical application is well known in these days under the name, for example, of electromobility, because in each electric car today you will find a lithium-ion battery where we as Brückner give our contribution to a better world. So battery separator films is our project where we give a high contribution to this industry. So you can see it here in this corner, lithium-ion batteries with our films for different type of batteries is one of our major topics. Besides this subject here, we have another important thing. It's parallel in line with the electromobility is capacitor film. So for each storage, for each application, you need capacitors. And also here, capacitor film will give a high contribution to our sustainable world. So all electrical application now, you will find capacitor, whether it is in the car, whether it is in the renewable energy. Capacitors are very well needed for this kind of application. Another interesting subject you will find here in this corner, for example, solar industry, photovoltaics. Also here we have a very nice product, we call it a solar backsheet, which covers the backside of each solar panel to avoid any contamination, any moisture that goes in and may destroy the cell. So also here our films will give a high contribution with a very long lifetime of 20 and 25 years. Displays, another big subject. In each display today, whether it is a TV or a small telephone, you will find optical films. Also this year, another contribution, films for a better world. So you see, at the end of the day, technical films are our business and hopefully will give us all a bright future. Thank you very much.
Michael, I think we both agree that many interesting talks were held at the K. So we took this as a basis for collecting visions, statements, impressions directly from the branch. And let's start with a remarkable statement on the future of plastics itself.
I see the future of plastic brilliant, yet different from what is today. Plastic is one of the most ingenious solutions that mankind has ever created to solve some of the issues of our society, for instance, food preservation or lightweight transportation. Yet, plastic waste is an issue, and there are many activities in this sector, from mechanical recycling to chemical recycling to design for recycling. All of them aim to solve this issue. So plastic, yes, will have a brilliant future, a future of growth, but it will be different from today.
I fully agree to this kind of summary from Mr. Marco Amici. I've heard this kind of position and this summary in many other discussions around the whole industry and the booths where I walked through. And at the end, it gives us the confidence that the whole industry is moving in the same direction.
That's right, Michael, but there's something else to be considered, and that's the political and legislative regulations. And here are two voices from India.
Sustainability is a word people basically have to understand it. India understood very well. So India has come out with a clear guidelines, and they have allowed multi-layer plastic, which is mix of polyester, polypropylene, polythene, printed, metallized and laminated, to be used openly for consumer packaging. And since this laminate is 100% recyclable, it is welcome. India has also taken one more step into it, that if you are using biodegradable films, you don't have to pay or do any responsibility of EPR. EPR means Extended Producer Responsibility. So you are exempted from that. So India is, I think, is the first country which is moving in the right direction and show path forward to rest of the world how to handle multi-layer plastic. Thank you.
Hi, thank you to the Bruckner team. In India, we have come out with the new law which bans the single-use plastic. So any plastic that consumer is using directly, whether it's a plate, cup, spoon, all of that is banned. We do expect more law. The government has already clarified that till 2030, there'll be no new law. But in 2030, they want to see more action on the plastic sustainability, recyclability. Right now, they have given time to the industry to really improve on the sustainability and recyclability perspective. Thank you.
India is a very good example of how plastic prevention laws and the opportunities of an industry are fit together and brought together. And we also have voices from Mexico in regard of South and Central America on the question of how is the future of plastic and what is the expectation of the consumers. And now may we listen to the voice of Mexico.
It's highly demanded right now. It's increasing the demand of the customers and also of the brand owners. In Mexico, we are having capacitating and everything. We are noting that interest from people is even increasing every year.
This whole topic is of utmost worldwide importance, no question. But, Michael, there are two more things to be closely considered, right?
Yes, absolutely right, Peter. Sustainability means for us circular economy and much more precisely recyclability and the use of recyclates. And in this case, we are working on monomaterial solutions to provide packaging film which is recyclable. And now we also hear voices from two of our customers who are pioneers with the BOPE equipment.
Thank you very much for your question, Carlos. Of course, what is needed, first of all, is having material available for recycling. But when we're talking about material available, we have to think a little bit in another step. So which packaging we could put as the end of its cycle that is as good quality to recycle. So that's why in Polyvoga we think that we can use and promote more and more packaging with monomaterials, and we are investing a lot in our R&D to make BOPE films for the laminators, for the converters to make dye packs or pet food packaging in order to, in the end of the life, the package could be recyclable, easily recyclable with a material that is very common for the applications in polyethylene.
Thank you for having a chance to promote this item. Okay, the BOPE is a quite eco-friendly item. So the many converters and many brand owners have a huge interest with this item because of this circular economy. So this item is effects of huge good effect for the circular economy because it is a down gauging. It also has good items for recycling as well. So also the small CO2 the emission as well. So I think these many converters, also many trading company has a huge interest about this item as well. In Korea, in Japan, we have the many projects with the brand owner and the trading company. So I think this item will be a key changer or game changer in flexible packaging market. This item is made by the BOPE and LDP. It's a totally recyclable items. This pouch can be produced by the Korean converter and JK materials.
We have heard both of our customers, and they confirmed our assumption on a circular economy. And we see that they will build up a BOPE film portfolio for the future and to enter this market.
But let's not forget to talk about costs en route to a stable circular economy. What about costs?
Yeah, Peter, cost is a hot topic, and I agree. Only the cost decide if a solution will build up in a large scale. But let's listen to a customer from Brazil.
Thank you for your question, Paul. No, I don't think there shouldn't be any conflict between cost saving and sustainability. As a matter of fact, I think they both should run together. I think we as film producers, plastic producers, we must find ways to deliver sustainability and cost savings.
What we've just heard reflects exactly that what we heard also from the industry. And it boils down to the point that the products has to be as cheap as they are, but has to be at the same time sustainable. It's like buying a car and you expect that it has an airbag. To develop the right solutions, we are getting more and more in cooperation and concentrate on the entire value chain to develop the right solutions.
And on that, we have a very interesting statement from Tagleaf Industries.
Well, sustainability is extremely important in our markets. I view us, Tagleaf Industries, as kind of the middleman between our customers and our raw material suppliers. So obviously in sustainability, we're looking at recycle, we're looking at what we can do to get more recycled material in to try to reduce our virgin polymer, as well as getting rid of the garbage in the world. So a lot of our raw material suppliers are doing things out there, whether it's mechanical PCR or advanced recycling, and we're working with them closely to try to get that into our products for our customers. Our customers are asking us, give us as much as you can in our products. But there's certain specifications that we have to meet. It's got to be FDA approved, it's got to be able to run on our lines. And what we ask from Bruckner is when we put a new line in, we want it to be as flexible as it can to produce all the different types of films. We're making thinner and thinner films that's more sustainable. So, and we're putting in other things, other raw materials that maybe aren't so normal that, can work well for our customers. So I view us as kind of the middleman, but we have to reach out to Bruckner, we have to reach out to our raw material suppliers, and we got to listen to our customers, because in the end, they're listening to their customers, which is the consumer. So it's very important for our industry.
So Brückner is not only engaged along the value chain, but also with associations and initiatives. You're also engaged in this context for many years. Now we have a statement of the VDMA, the German Plastics Association, who, by the way, were present with a large outside area at the K.
Well, I think first of all, the VDMA and its member companies are sending a clear signal for the circular economy here with the forum. And it was really good to see that we had a lot of visitors from all over the world, and they were really keen on this topic. And very glad to get an overview about the process steps involved. I think this is for many of them very important, but I think what they also are searching for is not only to get the technology providers, but to get new ideas and impulses for their own businesses. Because they, for example, want to get ideas for design of recycling or how to process recyclates.
I'm in the board of the VDMA Plastic and Rubber Machinery Association since 2009 and represent the position of Brückner. In this way of working, we have the opportunity to set trends for the industry, but also have an opportunity to bring the position of the industry to the public, but also to the politicians. And in this regard, we work in many corporations, and one example is our cycle, and let's have a look.
Yeah, hello, thank you. I think we had a really great start here at K-Show. We were really overwhelmed from all the discussions and the interested people coming here to our booth. We had really high-profile persons from big raw material supplier and also brand owners who were really attracted to the topic of digital product passports. As you know, we connect physical products with data for a better sorting, for a better recycling, to really use recycled plastic as a new material and save the environment and also save money for the customers, so you save on raw materials. And I think this is really a hot topic on K22, and we are really looking forward for the next day and keeping up with all the discussions we had so far. So yeah, great topic, great booth, looking forward. Thank you.
So, Michael, all these initiatives are very important and part of the overall solution. But what about Brückner Maschinenbau itself?
Yes, as we've heard from the various statements, plastic stays a very important material for the future, but has to be at the same time sustainable, which means very special that it has to be collectible, sortable, recyclable, and reusable. And in this way, we are working in these monomaterial structures for polyethylene, polypropylene, polyester. This is the trend, and we are in front of the trend working really on this matter. And aside of this, we are not just looking at the end products, the end applications. We also have an eye on our lines, make them more sustainable, and even a look on our company to make it more sustainable. Mm-hmm. And the K-Show was a very good opportunity to send our scouts to the outside to have a look what is state of the art, what is new, and to have an eye on this.
By far the outstanding major topic on the K-Show is the circular economy. For example, one big issue is the amount of polymers, recycled polymers, and the other big issue is the quality of the polymers. To get a constant amount of recycled material, we have to close the loop, and that means we have to recycle each part of plastics. Doesn't matter if it's coming from the industrial area or from the post-consumer area. For a constant high quality of recycled material, we have to rethink about the design of products in the plastic industry. That means some keywords: reuse, recycle, reduce. For an efficient and sustainable production in each field of polymer processing, it's necessary to get a constant and high quality input.
All of the impressions from our scouts will now be checked and to see whether we forget something or if we're on the right track. In total, the K-Show was a very good feedback for us from the show itself, from the customers, but also our partners, that we are on the right track. We will go on with circular economy and to strengthen there our knowledge. And we will do our R&D work, especially for the films for the future.
And that's exactly what we're going to deal with in the next episode of Sustainability TV. Thanks for joining us today. And thank you, Michael, for being with me today here in the Bruckner TV studios. So see you around next time. Bye for now.